Hey, good morning everyone. It's been quite some time since I made a video, but today I want to make an interesting topic and well, I've been quite caught up with various projects, work and stuff. But anyway, today's topic, I'm going to be discussing like love ballads, instrumental ballads, the type that bands play. Maybe as of right now you can think of one of your favorite tracks is a band song, as a love song. And I'm going to explain to you what these songs actually do for you. And what's really awesome about these love ballads and stuff is that they actually create a chemical in your brain, and it's called oxytocin. Oxytocin is known as a love chemical. So what I started doing recently is that although I DJ as a hobby, and I also do DJ at private events and sometimes in bars and clubs, but I recently started to kind of change about the stuff that I listen to, and I've actually listened more of band music that are soppy love songs. And again, when listening to these songs, I realized that I actually feel emotionally fuller, okay, and as a result of the oxytocin that it does. So different kinds of music actually produce different mental chemicals, and this one gives you a feeling of warmth, that fuzzy butterflies at your stomach feeling. And at the same time, I also want you to go on a little bit of a little journey, a little bit of self-exploration with me. When you listen to love band ballads, what that also does for you is that it actually increases your ability to visualize. And the reason for that is that, like, as you hear a song, it evokes memory. And that's the reason why these songs are so powerful, right? They evoke different aspects of your memory. Like the way that they're so generally written, it's connective. And we are very associative people. And when we listen to parts of the song, we connect it to an experience of ours. And sometimes when we just get so hooked on a particular song, and when we try to learn that song, this is what happens next. If we actually start to connect like images repeatedly. So you're going through, like, let's say in the verse, is like this, remember back then when we were in high school, we used to hold hands as we walked to the bus stop, and like here we are as adults, and I'm seeing you across the room, but you don't recognize me anymore. And can you just imagine what I just said? And then imagine the feelings that, and you think of this one time about this person you truly love with all your heart, and then suddenly maybe because hairstyles change, you move towns and stuff, and that person doesn't actually recognize you, and maybe that person's moved on in life, maybe he or she hasn't, and you're there, like just that feeling of longing. All right, can you imagine that? So in that situation, and then you suddenly, if you're learning this song, you go through that couple of times, and what you actually end up doing is an emotional roller coaster, and an emotional, and with everything gets stronger with repetition, and your ability to visualize gets stronger too. And this actually carries over to other aspects of life too, not just in romance, but in every other aspect of life. Looking back on my past, okay, I have created some of my biggest successes when I've been going to like bars with my friends, where they alternate a band set with like a EDM set. It's a band set, EDM set, band set, EDM set. And I didn't realize this until very lately, how this actually affected me, because I realized that I had lost the ability to visualize as I used to back then. So coming back into this ability is like, now I can visualize what I want so strongly, because every single time I go on the emotional roller coaster of a song that I like, it's kind of like a pain and pleasure. And in psychology, everyone knows that it's desire that makes people want to do stuff. It's desire that makes people move and try to generate a reality that they want to create. And on the other side of desire is pain, the pain of not having something. Now, as we get very involved into these songs, it could have been an event in the past. But when we connect to that event in the past and we take it back, you know, into this song, and then suddenly we realize that it's like, yeah, this is what I want. If I don't do this, this will be that. You know, like, it's like, you know, imagine there could be just random lyrics of a song. I wish I followed your advice. You always told me to be less stubborn. You always told me to work hard on my future, but all I did was this, and drink and, you know, whatnot, and you know, I made a mess of myself. And then it's like, you know, you start to reflect, and the bitterness comes out, and what do you know? You know, from that comes empowerment. Now, then the next thing here is that these songs not only serve as positive and negative imagery to really, you know, make you motivated with very soulful experiences of pain and pleasure, but at the same time, it helps you to visualize the reality that you wish to create. And at the same time as well, it helps you to be very clear about what is and what isn't. And what I'm saying is that, you know, like, you've watched my other videos, I've talked about gaslighting in the past. And gaslighting in essence is about making people believe what isn't, that is their fault. So when you listen to a song, have you ever listened to, like, you know, yeah, this song's kind of good, you know, I love it. And then especially when you're listening to songs in a different language and you realize that, hey, the tune is great, but when I went to Google Translate, or when I went to a translation of the song, I was like, no, that is not me. It's like, oh, this song is so great. It's like, this song is like fucking jinxing myself, you know. And then I realized that, yeah, that's not it. So I immediately, from hearting the song on Spotify, I unheart the song. And that's because you realize what is and what isn't. And many things in life are that as well. Because, like, imagine when people come to you and say, oh, you're always like this. You see, that's you again. You did this again. Like, everyone thinks that you are such and such a thing, you know, whatever. Like, you know, basically they're actually abusing the fact that there are other people, when other people don't even, you know, care, or other people are not even saying that. It's just that one person that is actually trying to manipulate you. So, and the same thing, like, when you realize that, okay, I like these parts of this song, but this part does not speak to me. This part of the song does not represent me. This part of the song is about someone else. But I can learn from what this part of the song is talking about, because I do not want to be in that position. All right, so I hope this video you know, hits you in a very good way, and please comment, please share this video if you found it helpful to you. I thank you so much for watching.